Hi everybody, thank you guys so much for joining me. I am filtered and because I didn't have time to beat my face really quickly before recording this, but I just want to get some stuff off my chest. So how did this go? I have two things I want to discuss off the top of my head. One being the girl who's trying to go to Afghanistan on TikTok apparently, and it's caused like a major stir, and I want to give my viewpoints on that. And the other is about straight women trying to hook up with other women um, because they're, flipping out on men. And I just want to give my viewpoints on these. So let's see, where do I start? I guess I'll start with the Afghanistan girl. So, as I understand it, she's half Caucasian American and half Jordanian. And she met some guy in Afghanistan and she's planning on going over there. She decides to share this with the internet and everybody is worked up into a tizzy. Um, I saw a black woman's video, someone who I have followed. I want to say her name is Dion Ross or something. And I already had a similar sentiment to her prior to seeing her video. And I kind of hate when I have a similar fairly unique perspective as someone else and then I see their content before I can do mine, because then it feels like I'm copying off them when really I have that same opinion. Basically, she said that she's saving her thoughts and her prayers for women who need it, not for people who intentionally put themselves in harm's way. And I don't disagree. I'm sorry, I don't disagree. I'm not saying you can't still feel bad for somebody, but I'm saying that, like, first off, I'm going to level with you guys, and I don't know if anybody else has said this, but maybe they have, but I'm not taking this from them. I am skidded out. I am rage baited out. I am attention seeking out. Like, all the outs. I'm not here for it. I'm so over it. I am not convinced that this is not bullshit on that girl's part, that she knew this was going to cause a stir, more likely than not, and that's why she did it. I'm not convinced, okay? Especially her digging her heels into the ground when many people, including a man from Afghanistan, has shared why that would be a horrible idea. The thing is, as I understand it, Afghanistan, and I'm not talking about the pre-Bush invading Afghanistan because I don't know what that Afghanistan was exactly, but the current Afghanistan is so, like, it is the most repressive place for women that I'm aware of. If there's any more places that are worse than Afghanistan, you're welcome to share them. But that I'm aware of, that is the most repressive place for women because we're women that I know of. Okay? So the absurdity of putting yourself in a situation like that, even if it was someone you knew, but someone you don't know, and you're gonna go into that situation. It smells like a bit. It smells like rage bait. That's what it smells like to me. But if it's real, again, I'm sorry because I almost hate that I saw this woman's video first. But even if it's real, you can't stop a fool from bumping their head. Like, if they're hell-bent on it, that is to say. It's one thing if someone is absent-mindedly like, oh, thank you, for helping me, but that's not the case. This is someone who is willfully going into the situation despite all of the information that has been thrown at her, even without the information thrown at her from fellow content creators, I mean, this is stuff that's like being put out there in the news and you're playing dumb. Okay, girl. I mean, if you like it, I love it. I'm out of that, and I think people need to save their rage for real shit. And it's giving a bit, it's giving maybe even distraction, I don't know, but I want no parts in it. So good luck, girl. Anyway, next. I feel like this kind of needs a longer video. I've wanted to do a video that goes more into queer topics, and I feel weird about that because I'm gonna tell you guys a backstory and then I'm gonna get to my point. A backstory is, okay, as I've shared, I'm a bisexual woman. Okay. I've shared this in old videos with me, where I outed myself. I've outed myself to some of my family members, including my mom. And it is what it is, right? Why I mention that is, like, I don't want it to be my whole identity. I mean, there was a content creator that I followed many years ago. I still am subscribed to this person, but I don't really relate to their content, not so much because of this issue, but other things that they've gone through. I don't really relate to their content, but I still follow them and I still have mad love for them for their past content. Anyhow, they kind of made it their identity to the point that if you did not fit into that identity, it was very difficult to relate to them. In their case, they were non-binary, and they were actually the first person that I ever heard or paid attention to that used that phrasing and everything, way before it became more of a common thing. Anyway, I don't want my channel to be that, and that's not like, just like I don't want my channel to be all about being a Black person or being a Black woman, or like, I just want to talk about different things, okay? And I don't but there are gay, bisexual, we'll just say queer topics that I do want to discuss, and there's not enough time to get to it here, so I'll just say this. There's one of my favorite creators of all time, Dr. Cecilia Regina, did a video about straight women hooking up with other women because of them losing attraction towards men and decentering men. And the thing, there were some comments on that video. Like, usually her videos, it's all love in the comments, but this time it was people saying, no, keep that straightness over there. We don't need that here. I don't want to be with someone who's not attracted to me, blah, 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 all that. I hear you. I don't disagree with you. What I posted in the video, or on the comments of that video, you'll see me using one of my other alter egos because I have multiple names. I said, the hypocrisy of saying that is that lesbian porn is the main type of porn that is consumed by heterosexual women. Now, years ago, I was on a podcast and I had talked to, my podcast mates about this, but I think this episode got posted. I'm not sure, but that none of them are posted anymore, so I couldn't link you to it. But as it were, I was saying, do you think there's a difference between male and female sexuality? And what I meant by that is that most women, okay, would consider a man gay or queer or what have you, like bisexual, gay or bisexual, if you found a bunch of gay porn or you knew that he was looking at gay porn and getting off to it. But somehow it's okay for us women to do it, right? And we're just totally straight. I'm just straight. I just like to look at lesbian porn, but I'm totally straight. Do you know how ridiculous you sound? I'm sorry. Do you know how ridiculous you sound? Why I say that is because I am